NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the LA Chargers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. To the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way, prepares really well each and every time now, and he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. To throw, here's Willis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Willis now off play action. And this one too low.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, it's Willis. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's second and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with third and 9 looming. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kyle Duggar in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, right back to Hines. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Willis, that one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up the man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Third down, it's Willis. This one completes Alec Pierce. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Toon. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It was DJ Johnson on the tackle. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DJ Johnson, the one who got there for the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Again, it's Kelly. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Now Tune. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D.J. Johnson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll set up a throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tune going to throw it. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Kelly. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll go again with Kelly. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They run up the gut with Kelly. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a toss. Kelly going left. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. And Tune to throw it now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Throwing, Tune. Got his man, Okonkwo. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line.
Tune. That's caught by Kelly. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Tune to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Okonkwo from 10 yards out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this 1st half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Logan Wilson from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw, Tune. He'll fire deep, looking for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this 1st half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season.
Zone is Ray
Maybe
McLeod.
not the offenses just
now
yet.
Crease here as
But
he's
still
past
has
the
to
30.
go as we get you
midfield.
back out to Brandon Gott.
And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Cunningham. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Cunningham to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A give. This is Kelly. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because we see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets overtired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Kelly. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Joshua Kelly taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Ray McLeod to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Cunningham. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to him on first down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And it is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Kelly on the toss.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cunningham. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Cunningham. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now Kelly running left. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
135 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Here's Tune. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Tune. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Lions will take over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Cunningham from the gun. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They run with it. It's Kelly. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Kelly tries the right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A give left side, Kelly. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Tune to throw it now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
and that's caught inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. Time has run out now on this game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.